I thought I was done talking about gene expression, and I'm not. I'm going to give you some more information. So now we know our limited amount of DNA expresses itself in, or a limited amount of genes, expresses itself in 30,000 different ways and combinations and things like that. And so now we know the environment is really important. Well, if you're not familiar with Bruce Lipton, he's an incredible, I believe he's a biologist. I can't remember what his other accolades are, but he specifically works with cells. So in one of his experiments, he was basically putting these stem cells that could be anything into these petri dishes. And stem cells is the first cells that when you first are born, everything is birthed from there. All of your cells in your body come from these cells. Now, depending on the environment, the petri dish determined what the cell would be. So this stem cell, right? These individual stem cells that could be anything would become a muscle cell, a heart cell, a liver cell, depending on the environment. I think you might see where I'm going. Now, when the environment was contaminated or something was wrong, the muscle cells or whatever cell it turned into stopped flourishing. It stopped behaving and replicating in a normal fashion. When they then changed the environment, created a healthy petri dish, one that would support growth, it repaired itself and began to flourish again. If we start out as these stem cells and all of our cells are created from these cells and are informed from this genetic expression, all of our body is just basically one petri dish, is kind of what he talks about in this particular study. Now, what's the environment? The environment is the blood, this terrain in our body that then the cells respond to. Well, what controls the blood? The brain. The brain, what goes on up here, informs all of the glands that produce any hormones, anything like that, tells them what the terrain, what the environment needs to be like in order to sustain life. Now, I didn't say thrive. I said sustain life, or to follow suit and follow direction from what it's being informed through the environment. So your environment around you informs the environment within you, your blood, via the brain, and then we have the cellular response and the gene expression. If you want to go read his book to know a little bit more, his name is Bruce Lipton. He wrote the book Biology of Belief, and he is just a phenomenal resource for epigenetics.